Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode. Today we are making smoked chicken cordon bleu. Ooh, I know. Exciting stuff. We're gonna do it a little bit differently, but before we get started, again, don't forget to hit that sub button, notification button next to it, comment down below, share with a friend and family. Peace out, enjoy the video. So we're gonna keep it basically traditional until we get to the part on the outside. So obviously you need chicken breasts, Swiss cheese, and ham. Now, for when we stuff it and close it back up, I got some panko. We are going to cover this in some mustard because it's a binder. It gives it a little bit of tang, but we're using it for the vinegar purposes again, and as instead of smoking eggs, because smoking eggs kind of sounds a little gross, so we're using this as our binder. Okay, and then we're gonna mix our panko crumbs with some of this rosemary garlic seasoning and some Parmesan cheese. Let's get started. Okay, the first thing we need to do is we need to butterfly our chicken breasts. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep one hand clean and one hand not clean. But I am going to trim this guy up a little bit, because if I don't, then we'll get big, nice little chunks of charred pieces that don't taste very good and aren't cooked very well. Okay, and all I'm doing is butterflying these guys. I'm not cutting all the way through. I am leaving them still connected. That's what butterfly means, in case you didn't know. But now you do. But all I'm doing is trimming these guys up of any loose pieces. Not a lot. I still want most of the chicken on there, obviously. But any loose pieces of skin that didn't get processed off, I'm getting rid of that. And I'm basically making a chicken pocket is kind of what I'm doing. I'm going to wash my hands and we're going to stuff these. Okay, so I got my Swiss cheese and my ham. And I'm just going to put a piece per chicken breast because I don't want this to ooze out everywhere and make a big mess. Now let's add our ham. And for this, because they're the like thin pre-packaged stuff, I'm just gonna add probably three because they're really thin per chicken breast. Actually, these are kind of big. I'm gonna do 2. I'm kind of rolling them up a little bit because it'll be a little bit easier to roll the chicken breasts over them. Now you can also use prosciutto, but that's expensive, so sometimes you just gotta go with the ham. Now I think traditionally, cordon bleu is veal cutlets. I'm not 100% positive on that one, but the most common way of making it is with chicken. Okay, we're gonna roll these up and just fold them over. Not roll them, just fold them over. And if you're baking these, you can use toothpicks to hold these together. Now, another common thing that I've seen people do is wrap these in bacon instead of doing panko, but I'm trying to keep a little bit of tradition for it, so I'm doing it this way. But not that bacon would be necessarily a bad idea, but there is ham in it, so it's not like you're missing out a whole lot. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands again, and then we're gonna coat these. So in a bowl, I'm going to combine my panko, my seasoning, and my Parmesan cheese. So I have about 2 cups of panko. I'm gonna add about 3 tablespoons of my seasoning. Because the thing with breading is it really does, for some reason, soak up a lot of your seasoning. And so you want to go a little overboard, but you don't want to go too overboard. You can always add more. You can taste a little bit of it when you've added everything to see if it's either too salty for you or not salty enough, and then you can add more or add more breadcrumbs to balance out the saltiness. Okay, and then we're going to add about 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Okay, give this a good mix. Okay, now for the messy part. With one hand, I'm going to leave wet, and the other hand, I'm going to leave dry. So what I'm gonna do is, with my wet hand, I'm gonna go ahead and coat the whole thing in mustard, and then I'm gonna rub it down. Then I'm gonna take my wet hand and put it in the breading, and use my dry hand to coat it in the breading. That way I don't end up with monster fingers. You'll see. So first, our mustard. And I went a little overzealous on the top so that I could coat the whole thing and only, keep one hand clean and one hand not clean. Okay? Got that all coated. Now we're gonna dunk it in our breadcrumbs. Okay, just like so. And then we're gonna do that with the rest of these. Okay, let's wash our hands and we'll take these out to the smoker. All right, so that took about 4 hours at 225, and we needed to get to 165. Now they're a little bit of a pain. I don't understand why they decided to be a pain today, but they were. But they took about 4 hours. So depending on your smoker, should be anywhere from about 3.5 to 4 hours. And if you need to, you can always finish them in the oven. If they're being stubborn, like if they're getting to like 150 and they haven't changed for like an hour and a half, then throw them in the oven. Usually takes about 10-15 minutes after that, and then they're done. But let's try them out. So, let's cut into this. Like I said, it was being kind of stubborn, but I am look at that. That's the ham in the middle. It's not raw, I promise. I know what you're thinking. It's the same thing I thought, but yes. All right, let's take a bite of this and try it out. It smells amazing. It smells very smoky. I like it. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of the ham and a little bit of the cheese. Cheers. Man, that's really yummy. Now, what's commonly served with this is like a mustard cream sauce, I think. And I don't know, maybe like a mustard mayo sauce of some sort would be kind of good. Or just some regular whole grain mustard would be really good too. But this is quite yummy. It's a little sweet from the seasoning. It's got a nice crust with the panko. It's very tender, but it is quite delicious. It's quite yummy. And what's nice is the cheese didn't completely melt out of it, which is also good. I like that. Cheese stayed in the chicken, helped kind of keep it moist a little bit, and gave a nice flavor too. The ham kind of grabbed on some of that smokiness, which is nice. Definitely maybe could use a sauce. Definitely like a hollandaise kind of sauce, or again, the creamy mustard sauce, which I think is what they were kind of what most recipes are going for. And but otherwise, it's really good with maybe like a chicken gravy and some mashed potatoes. Yeah, this would be very solid. But as by itself, very tasty. I do really love the cheese baked into the chicken. That's a nice thing that happened. And the nice thing is the mustard definitely didn't leave any, I guess, mustard behind. Definitely helped everything stick very well, which is nice. And you kind of smell it a little bit through the seasoning, but you don't taste the mustard, which is perfect by me, because that's what I was kind of hoping for. I didn't want it to be all mushy and everything else. I just wanted the mustard to be used as something to stick and hold everything together, and it worked out. 2 thumbs up. But there you have it, guys. Smoked chicken Cordon Bleu. If you like this video, again, make sure you share it with your friends and family. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, guys, peace out. See you in the next one.